Hello again folks, this is Nick from Tectonic Tribes on 3D printing technology. So what is the main difference between 3D printing technology and other approaches, or 3D printing manufacturing technology and other approaches of producing things? So let's take as an example this cup. Now this particular cup has a cavity and a wall, which is the outside here. Now in the very early days of producing things, this would have actually been made out of a solid, and then this cavity would have been hollowed out. So think of early cavemen. They would have ground or dug out this cavity to be able to make this space to create a vessel to hold liquid of some kind. Then as things developed, we came across different types of materials and processing them. Processes like casting was invented, which enabled this shape with the cavity to be molded, and then which was basically the cast, if you like, and then a material placed in there, which could be a metal or a ceramic or some kind, to produce this particular product. The main difference right there is that originally we'd taken a solid and we'd hollowed it out, so there was a lot of waste. Now we're only processing the material necessary to make this actual item. Okay, so similarly, manufacturing or 3D printing manufacturing technology takes a very similar approach. In that it is additive, so we only produce a product using the material needed to make it, not by extracting material from a solid. So there's significantly less waste. And the main difference about with 3D manufacturing technology, printing manufacturing technology, and other technologies is that to make something like this, you would need a mold. And especially with plastics, that would be quite high value or high cost mold. Could be tens, even hundreds of thousands, depending on the type of mold. With 3D printing manufacturing technology, that is not necessary. As long as you have a machine, you can literally produce within the limits of the machine itself all sorts of types of designs, shapes, etc. From various materials, currently quite limited, but that's expanding as time goes on. And not ideally suited to high volume manufacture. I mean, something like that cup would still be suited to some kind of mold, because it would be made very quickly and in high volume. 3D printers are not about speed, they're about flexibility and adaptability, the ability to produce smaller quantities, but say more customized products, so that we could actually change the product in real time and make slightly different variants to it, and even print it and coat it in different ways as well. So 3D manufacturing printing technology will give us, and is giving us to some degree, the means to produce whatever we want, whenever we want. There are some circuits that are printable, some electrical components, there are various mechanical components such as plastics, some metals, resins, etc. And this will improve over time. So as materials and the processing of those materials, the capabilities of the technology improve, so will the scope for actually producing all sorts of things from this. It may well be something that's adopted in the home, it may not be, it may be shared between communities to produce all sorts of things, spares, new products, whatever. But it also can be scaled up, it doesn't have to be for small items. It's already being used or in place to actually produce or manufacture buildings from. And if you think about it, the building industry is quite wasteful in the way that it utilises resources. So if you could put a machine on site that could literally, instead of having to manufacture bricks and then stick them together, literally build the walls in one continuous flow from the ground up, but not only that, but include into the walls certain cavities that would improve ventilation or insulation, you would have a much better building and living space. Also, you could design it in a more complicated way as well. You got all sorts of curves and arches and whatnot. So it gives us a lot more flexibility and diversity, and it should also give us efficiency improvements. Still not focused on high volume, but there are applications such as manufacturing or very customized products, or spares and replacements, one-offs, where it's fantastically and ideally suited. And as more parts of, if you like, the world is open sourced, more designs of things will be openly available for people to reproduce. So hopefully that gives you a little introduction into 3D printing manufacturing technology and its place in the future. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to receive some feedback and contributions from manufacturers, engineers, designers, marketers, other people interested in this and similar technology fields, and how potentially it has the possibility of supporting our future growth. Thank you, and look forward to connecting with you soon.